I think a more important thing than the technology is what it allows us to do as citizens in the way we debate issues, the depth in which we go at an issue. I mean, I will spend the rest of my life trying to figure out how we went to war with Iraq, why we had the Iraq War, where the president of limited rhetorical and intellectual skills was able to talk us into a war. And the non-critical factor of the media is gone. We are a critical media today. The media today is totally different than it was in 22 going into that war build-up. There would be questioning on MS, there'd be arguments on Fox, on CNN. People would be looking at it, listening to the neocon drumbeat. They'd be hearing Kristol and Wolfowitz make their case and say, wait a minute, there's a clutch of people here pushing this war. This country doesn't want war, they want this war. That group of ideologues want this war. We would see it. We would question this conflation of Iraq with what happened on 9/11. We wouldn't allow the people to say, let's get even for 9/11 and go to war with a country that had nothing to do with it. There would be critical, in-depth analysis of the arguments put forth by the administration, and they would be challenged, and I would like to think there'd be a reckoning that we didn't have then because of modern media. 24/7 is good because it's not only breadth, it's depth, and depth of argument, and critical argument on the air. No more of this, the president said this, let's get embedded with his thinking. Oh, wait a minute, let's question his thinking. The United States has never been the aggressor in this way before. Aggressors were the bad guys we were run up. How can we change that tradition overnight with one president, again, with limited abilities, able to do that? Changing the definition of when we go to war. The critical questions weren't asked. The media was intellectually embedded with the thinking of the administration. I'm just reading the Cronkite book. I'm on page 350. Morley Safer was in the field in Vietnam saying this war isn't winning. We're not winning this war. Cronkite was slow to accept that. People like Andy Rooney were always with the embedded thinking, we have to be with the military. That debate was 3 years in the running, from 65 to 68. Today it would take about an hour to get to it. And that's why it's different. We would move quicker. We wouldn't take 3 years to realize a war was unwinnable. And that's what's great about what's happening today. Depth of argument and diversity of opinion, and not this sort of lemming-like acceptance of authority. That's gone. Thank God for cable, because that's what's going on today. Without cable, it's just network thinking, and I'm telling you, embedded thinking, which is dangerous in a democracy.